Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, across all nations, races, and denominations, what is up? The King of Lightning here today, bringing you guys and gals Kingdom Chapter 459 review. Speaking of Kingdom, that's a K. There's a lot of K's in this chapter. K's for days. K's as far as the eye can see, and I'm freaking nearsighted, okay? So understand that. We're talking about Kanki, we're talking about Koku'ou, some guy called Koku'ou, who got taken out by Kisui, who was a member of the Kesha army. It's like, nigga. And at the end of the chapter, you got KYOUKAI'S, which is a good thing, but another K. I'm like, goddamn, K's for days, man. KKK, oh shit. No. Black man, triggered. Need a safe space. No. Leave me alone. Why, baby? Okay, enough of that shit. Enough of that CeeLo. What the? CeeLo. CeeLo! What the fuck happened to CeeLo? Oh. Complete deviation. I'm sorry. This chapter of Kingdom, all right, let's focus on the structure here. First of all, pacing, relatively simple, straightforward. You have your day part, your day half, and you have a night half. The day half, basically, Kisui and Koku'ou and Koku'ou's men getting overwhelmed by Kisui's rallying of the troops. Men of Zhao, no, hear me, men of Ryan. Oh! Give them no quarter, and then boom, just full on. So even that one general that was on that side, he was like, "Oh, Kisui-sama," and he just Kisui-sama, and he just goes. I'm like, oh, "Okay, all right, motherfucker." So that's hilarious. And then you have the night side, where after everything's said and done with Koku'ou and Kisui, how she retreats, able to save a lot of her men because she was able to perceive the danger of this guy, how he's a massive threat. You get to see a scene, I think, of Kanki and Kisha both looking on. Like, you have Kanki going like this, like, Kisha going like, just pondering over what's going on and shit. Well, no, not really, because I don't think, no. Kanki, I don't think, has any chin hair. I don't think, or maybe he does, like a little bit of a thing right here. Kisha is just not. He's clean shaven, so whatever. He's like a baby face, pure baby face. Either way. And then you got the night half, and the night half is basically a party for Ensign, because Ensign, he did his thing, all right? He swam through those treacherous waters. I made it. And on top of that, because he is like an average Joe fighter, I suppose, it was even more impressive. So he is MVP for the night. He is basking in that glory. And then you have basically Shin and Ten talking about the situation at hand and how KYOUKAI still hasn't returned. And then we cut over to where KYOUKAI is in some random village in like the woods somewhere, and she's being treated by some person called Granny Khan or whatever her name is, Kone, and Kone-sama, right? And that's it. That's a chapter. So pacing, structure-wise, simple, straightforward. Now, when it comes from a characterization standpoint, basically it's two characters. It's Kisui and it's Koku'ou, and that's really it. So Kisui, not only did we know that he is fairly well versed tactically, so we see him rally the troops, therefore overpowering Kanki's army on the right side of the hill, but also he's able to take the steeds of Zhao, which I believe was done before, maybe not Zhao, but we've seen it before, to where the steeds of the opposing army are very versatile, so where they can go down and up cliffs fairly easily, therefore providing the enemy army with more maneuverability. So in this case, Kisui is able to go down one of the steep sides of the cliff. He's able to actually go around to the side of this high-end defensive guy named Koku'ou. He's one of the high-end defensive people of Kanki's army. And he gets outclassed in combat. And so not only is he good from a mental strategy standpoint on the battlefield, but also he is good physically on the battlefield. He's able to take his glaive and that was it. Just, yeah. Boom. This guy was done. His head was cut off. His torso was cut. This guy was done in one shot. And this is some high defensive, some undefeatable, unbreakable iron wall dude. He got bitched in one shot. Straight up bitch. There was no combat, no ding, ding, ding. Just fucking, yeah. Over. So, that was Kisui. And not only that, but he sends over men on the cliffside at Koku'ou. But in this case, we see her use her combat prowess, and it happens to be a bow. And so she's getting like, so it's like 2 hours at a time. Like, you know, 1 hour to the horse, 1 hour to the guy. And it's rinse and repeat from there. And she takes out like several dudes that way. And so I'm thinking immediately, 10 bows of China. Immediately, because she has some skill with the bow. That's very obvious. That's, to say the least, she has skill. To say the least. So I'm thinking she probably is a member of the 10 bows of China. Though, that's not been confirmed yet. But we've seen, what, 5 thus far? And I think 2 of them died. One died at the beginning of the series, where Shin went on his first campaign with KYOUKAI'S against Wei, and like the one dude that was on top of the cliff, he was shooting arrows at Shin and like that one suicidal guy. I mean, Shin and that guy, they muscled through that shit. They were like, yo, like we got this, right? We're doing this shit. And Shin cut him down. The second guy, not the guy with Renpa, it was someone else. It was someone of Zhao. I remember that at least. It was, because the guy with, oh, okay, I remember. Oh, yeah, this piece of shit who shot Oki in the back. That mother, no, that dude deserved to die. You don't shoot Oki. You don't shoot Oki while he's wielding his treasure blade. Ah, the fucking treasure blade. Oh. Nah, man. Nah, that dude deserved to die. No doubt about it. That was some grimy shit. You're gonna shoot Oki in the back in the middle of combat against Hoken? Nah, man. That was filthy. And Shin killed him too. So Shin has 2 he has 2 members of the 10 bows of China on his rep sheet, basically. All right, he killed them. He took him out. So yeah, all right, because fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. All right. Like, listen, very few characters appease me when they go. But Oki, yes, he's one of them. He's one of the few. Shit. So, yeah, fuck that guy. But Shin killed him too. Then there's 2 other guys. The guy from Chu, Ray, and then there's the other guy with a Renpa. Either way, she may be a member of the 10 bows of China, but we're not too sure at this point in time. But I think that would be a safe assumption. Because her skill with a bow, I think, was fairly evident. Because she's getting, again, rapid fire, like double headshots on these guys that are running down a steep cliff. So that's hard to do, and she's able to do it quite easily from the way it seemed. So character-wise, that's really it. And story-wise, basically we get an overview of the battle of day 2, and you have the right side on the forest side where the Hishin unit, they've made some big advancements, but on the hillside, the right side is fairly pushed back on the Quinn side. However, when it comes to the left side, it's fairly even. It's fairly even. So that may pick up on day 3. I'm not too sure. Because it depends on Kanki and Keisha. What are these 2 going to do? I'm not too sure. But it looks like the Hishin unit is going to push up further into Zhao territory. And once they get far enough, they're going to start looking for Kyokai. They're going to start sending out scouts and whatnot. Because they've already captured some of the Zhao warriors and soldiers. And they don't know about Kyokai. So Kyokai is still relatively safe because not even the Zhao men know where she is. And finally, story-wise, we finally get to see what happened to Kyokai. So after she fell, and she fell into like the shadow somewhere, we had no idea what was going on there, and now we see that she is knocked out unconscious in some random village in the woods somewhere, and that's really it. So we can't go, that far with it, but at least we know her condition. And that's really it. So the chapter overall, I'm going to say, is a good chapter of Kingdom. And before I go, I do want to say one thing. Personal opinion-wise, I honestly believe that this village that saved Kyokai, if they're not under the protection of the Hishin unit, Kanki is going to kill them all in the most gruesome ways possible. He's going to put their heads on spikes. At least, at the bare minimum, he's going to put their heads on spikes and parade them around Zhao. At a bare minimum. Why? Because Kanki likes to make fucked up statements like that to let the whole of China know, I'm Kanki. These are my men. And we're really fucked up. And if you face us, just so you know, you're going to have a really rough time before you go to the afterlife. Just so you fucking know. Like, I'm telling you. Shin and Kanki are going to butt heads like rams. I'm telling you. Because Shin didn't tolerate the members of the Quinn Army raping some random Wei chicks. I think it was Wei. Yeah, I think it was Wei. Yeah, he didn't tolerate that shit at all. Like, no, fuck that shit. Absolutely not. Kanki's a free-range dude. He doesn't care. Like, freedom, go, have at it, guys. Like, yeah, woo! I'm like, goddamn. So, again, just saying that that's going to be a conflict issue later on. No doubt about it. So, King of Lightning, rate the video. Because, listen, Kyokai is going to tell Shin, these people saved me. They saved my life. Please, don't let Kanki do what he's going to do. And Shin's going to come in there with his fucking glaive. Like, yeah. Kanki's going to be like, fucking what? And then they're going to start fighting. I'm telling you. So, I'm done. King of Lightning, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Again, the chat rating is good, so have a nice goddamn day.